Hey everyone, it's Rob Litton here and welcome to another full video song lesson from drumstheword.com. Today I'm going to show you how to play a song that's been requested many times. The song Sit Down by James, drummed by David Baynton-Power. Great name, Baynton-Power. The tempo is 125 BPM and I've written here on the chart, note, all eighth notes are swung throughout. Also the right hand plays on the snare drum on the recording, but this is how the song is performed live, with the right hand on the floor tom instead. You can choose to play it either way. So the first thing I said there was all eighth notes are swung throughout. So when you're reading this chart, when you're playing the song, if you're counting it, you're not counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The tempo's 125 BPM. Let's get the tempo up. And you'll hopefully hear the difference between straight and swung. So here's the tempo. We're not counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to count swung eighth notes, sort of a lilt to them. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Hear the difference between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the swung version. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So we're still playing two notes to every beat, 1 and, but we're going to swing it when we count it. It's to do with how you play it in triplets. I won't go too much into detail into that. That's something you can just pick up naturally over time from playing drums and learning to read, etc. So just understand for now it's based in triplets. That's why it's got a sort of a weird feel to it. But the way to count it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So the next thing I wrote there was also the right hand plays on the floor tom. So this is how it's played live. This is how I've written it on the chart, how it's played live. But on the recording, you do get the right hand playing on the snare drum. You get this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with the left hand playing the snare drum backbeats on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But on this electric snare drum, if I have the two sticks come down at the same time exactly, I get a miss hit and no sound comes out. So I thought that'd be way too irritating for you guys to listen to and for me to play. So I'm going to play the pattern on the floor tom like it's played live, I notice. But notice on the recording, you do hear the snare drum being played on the right hand being played on the snare drum. So here's what you hear on the recording. Can you hear how that snare drum cuts out when I line up the hands exactly? So I wasn't happy with that. So that's what you hear on the recording though. You can play it that way on an acoustic snare drum. That'll sound cool. But on the recording, when he plays it live, and this is how I'm going to play it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. you're playing the right hand on the floor tom and swinging, shuffling 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and here on the floor tom instead of the snare drum. That's the only difference.